for Forge to load for me.
Currently thinking on my end too. I've got a gray screen.
Ellie, make sure once you're done eating to turn your mic back towards your mouth, because it's now like not picking up as well when it's bent away like that. I'll wait till it loads for everyone before we award points and stuff like that. Pretty interesting recap from last week, so I'll be happy to delve into that shortly.
One of the best R&B pop albums of the 90s, right there.
What is that?
Janet.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah, her Janet album.
Ah.
Come on now. That's the back cover. Like, that's that right there.
Come on, Foundry. If it's just giving you a loading screen but no like loading bar or something, I would recommend refreshing it. Sometimes I have to do that to get it load properly.
I'm just going to shut down the browser and start again. Clear the mechanism. Downloading world data. Okay, that's an improvement over before.
When in doubt, hit it with a hammer.
Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? Oh, there we are. There we are. There we are, darling. Okay, I don't have this album at all. Sweet.
10 points on your points cards tonight.
Wait, it's on the back side. Perfect. Not bad.
Is anybody spending points tonight?
Getting close to grind charms on banking.
Okay.
I don't.
How much is Grand Charm?
100. Are you over the 100 mark, Valerith?
I'm at 125.
Oh shit. You've just been holding on to him for a while.
I was debating on either a skill point or a Grand Charm.
That's fair.
You know, because investigation seems to be my extreme weak point.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I said if you wait another 6 sessions, you can get both.
Or I could get one now and then get another one in 6 sessions.
That is true as well.
Or we do epic role play and he feels generous and bam, there it is. Yeah, I guess I'll just do a Grand Charm. Just do it that way.
I like that I have options for you guys now where you actually have to think about it. Let's roll you a Grand Charm.
To be honest with you and tell you, I feel like the skill point, like 100 points for a skill point might be expensive, but it's your deal. I ain't gonna argue with you about it.
Counterpoint, 100 points for a Grand Charm feels super cheap.
That's also could be fair.
Mm-hmm.
That could also be fair.
The skill points were really added originally as just like an additional option because I originally had a list of 30 Grand Charms that you were definitely going to get through really quick until I decided to expand the portfolio. But it's also nice to be able to pinpoint on things and like add extra skills and like work towards expertise and skills and stuff like that. So they have their own value. I may consider making skill points a little cheaper, but I think it's fine as is right now. if I'm adapting the system in the future, it will be something I consider. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna take a hoot for good luck for you, and then we'll roll your grand charm.
All right. Big bucks, no whammies. Big bucks, no whammies.
Grand charm of the Gale Strider. Your movement speed increases by 20 feet, and you take no fall damage.
Fantastic. That goes really well with the charm of the eagle I have, or the charm of what the same one that Ellie used.
Mm-hmm.
It's that grand charm is very Cassius themed.
Oh,
Yeah.
To bring up a very old character.
It's fucking.
we are old though, so I mean it's understandable. All right, come on.
Yeah, drag that onto your features tab. That's a good one to have. And increase your movement speed by 20, which I think puts you up to 55.
Yes. Oh, hey, I don't need that many of them. I definitely wasn't paying attention. Delete and delete.
Yeah, that's a good one. That is a good grand charm.
Pin and pin.
And it's one of the new ones, which is nice. I'm happy to see new ones instead of just the regular ones that we had.
All right. There's that, and no fall damage. That's even better.
Mm-hmm. When we last left our heroes, we had started off with you up against the malevolent spirit in the bottom of the Rune Bell Tower, now visible after the Queen's secret was heard. After a vicious fight with our secret address was heard, I should say. After a vicious fight with a brief appearance by the Hollow Knight, the spirit was defeated after the truth of the scroll was revealed, an unfinished decree. Able to investigate freely, the group opened the secret door at the top, like in like the northern part of the room, which turned out to be like a rotating kind of little chamber containing a stone hand that held vellum with gold thread, which turned out to be a crown-bound mandate of House Rudalia, a mandate that challenges the ruler of Rudalius until the Queen's death is investigated and the cause is confirmed. After grabbing some items in a small cache in the rotating wall, the crew headed back to the Cleaning Crew Guild Hall. After updating Pocket, he implored you to proceed with your investigation of Rovane, while he investigated Brom further with his own resources, making note that the team sent up there has been radio silent, and that he is sending a task force to meet with Captain Crunch to investigate further. Brunk, in particular, did not like this plan, but left the documents with Pocket, with the promise to deal with this if it hasn't been resolved by the time they return. Before leaving town, Valerith and Nerissa went back to the Tinkerer's Guild to check the scrap pile again, finding a few different useful pieces for the healing arrow idea. Jesus got his hands on experimental radiant bullets from the Tinkerer leader, and finally ready, the group joined Din on his sand skimmer and headed off towards Tremala, where they got their first glimpse of what the landscape looked like after the battle at Mercana, with the shadows kind of like taking more prevalence in the spots that they can still actually get to. The group got Din to drop them off at the Oasis so that they could resolve their business with the Baron before they headed off. There, the group split off, with Brunk, That, and Rosalia making bread, and Valerith and Nerissa running into Jenny. Nerissa, of course, nervous about still having Jasper in her possession. And Jesus off on his own. Jesus just kind of off drinking on his own for some strange reason. And that's where we left off, with the crew kind of doing their own thing and waiting for midnight to come. At present, like, I see you over there right now, Jesus, but I'm assuming you're still actually off in a corner drinking. You were just over by Jenny to do some purchases.
Yeah.
Which I'll say, like, within, like, before midnight, everybody gets a chance to go over to Jenny's and pick up some stuff if they need to. But what are you guys doing before midnight hits? Or are we just, like, is from there, are you guys just making bread and hanging out until you know that the thing's gonna be there? Or not midnight, but 3 a.m. I think is when it came up.
Yeah, the mermaid guy. I wouldn't mind looking around, maybe going for a little swim in the oasis to see if there's any salvageable things I can use for potential artificer projects in the future, materials and such.
It's absolutely possible. In the water doing an investigation, you can roll your investigation check with advantage. It's kind of your area of expertise.
Not today.
13. You find some like steel fishing hooks that maybe would have been kind of pulled off of hooks, like fishing lines by some strong fish, or maybe Baron just messing with some fishermen. But there's probably, I'd say you gather about like 4 or 5 like just like little steel fishing hooks. You can feel free to add those to your character sheet as just loot. Nerissa goes off to do a little bit of investigation to see if she can find some useful parts. What about you, Valerith? You're doing the same? Are you going out to try and find some plant resources, or?
Yep, I'm just gonna keep going around the oasis and search and see and look along the shores too, see if there's anything that is useful.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an investigation or nature. I'll let you choose here.
Yay. Okay.
You got a 15. Let me... here, there's a lot more like water and easy plant growth here.
Oh, good. Come on.
What's wrong?
Forge doesn't like it when you accidentally double right click on the screen. It's not a big fan of that. So, as you were, it's doing its whole downloading word data thing.
Yeah, no worries. I'm gonna add a couple things to your character sheet, wherever your token went.
Goodness, it's underneath Jenny.
Oh, okay.
I did not intend to do that, but it just kind of worked out that way.
Yeah. Go ahead and we'll start with roll 2d6 for me.
Oop. That was not what I meant to do.
Okay, and give me an herbalism kit roll for gathering. Yeah, no worries.
That was what I meant to do.
Okay,
give me it's much different.
Give me an herbalism kit roll for gathering.
Okay. Where's my herbalism kit? Yep, that'll work. Oh.
That's not bad. The DC was a 10. You gather a plant that you know is called Morning Dew, and you grab 6 leaves.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
You have Nerissa's help as well, so I'm gonna get you to give me a second investigation check with advantage.
Investigation or nature?
I'll let you choose.
Oh, thank God. 17.
Making mention to Nerissa to grab plants that she may see in the water, she is actually able to get like a whole bunch of gillyweed for you. Roll 2d4 for me. Oh, that's good. 7. You'd know that gillyweed is great for like potions of water breathing, or if you are trying to do things like with positive effects that involve water. Let me add that to your character sheet as well.
Okay.
And that is what you will have found in your
Fantastic.
search for some more materials.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate the assist. Thank you.
Anytime. If I'm diving around down there anyways, I can keep an eye out for plants for you.
Not to mention plants, but also scales. Find, loose scales from fish, that kind of thing too. Plant life or other animals, etc. I'll get
Okay,
my words right sometime.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for scales for you too. I see them pretty regularly. Fish, mer people, we all shed.
Jesus. Do you spend your time on like all the way until 3 a.m. just fucking day drinking, or do you actually like do something else?
I wanna try fishing. He just never got to try fishing last time he was here, so he's gonna head over to the dock. Well,
Oh shit, there was a whole thing for this. Hold on a second. Fishing. Okay, you head over. You know that there's lots of I don't have them out, but like currently there are fishermen that are out on the boats and doing their thing as normal. Are you trying to do like a cast in like the shallow end, or are you trying to do like a deep cast?
I'll try the shallow end.
Just a shallow cast?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and roll a... You're just using a standard rod here. Go ahead and roll a wisdom check. You cast your rod and sit for about 15 minutes and find nothing.
All right, I'll try doing a deep cast.
A deep cast? Okay, yeah, go ahead and go for the deep cast again. Go ahead and give me a d20 roll. Oh, that's something. You feel a nibble on your hook?
All right, I start to reel it in.
There is a thing to this. Once a fish bites the fisherman and fish roll standard initiative. I need you to roll a d8 first, though. That is a 3. Okay. Fishing, common, crappy. Okay, there is a fish on your hook. We are going to roll. Do I have like a fishing initiative here? Oh yeah, fishing minigame. Go ahead and roll your initiative. This was a deep cast. Go ahead and roll a d4 for the size of the fish. That's okay. I need to roll a d6 here. You feel like your line like pulls hard. Whatever you've managed to grab on with your like rod is like trying to drag you into the water. This is a big fish. It is. That's how much. Okay. And I believe you won the initiative there. So you are the first to go with the initiative here. You are using a standard fishing rod. Each rod has HP, AC, D damage dice, and special properties depending on what equipment you obtain or bought. So your fishing rod, standard fishing rod, has 10 HP. Fish large. Standard rod. 10. You're using just a standard rod, so it doesn't have any additional benefits or anything like that. So just go ahead and roll a d20 for me.
Okay.
Okay, that is a hit. Your damage, your fishing damage to kind of knock down its HP is a d6. So go ahead and roll a d6 for me.
All right. Wow, big money.
That's not bad. Okay. That moves on to the fish's turn. Okay. Fishing rod's AC is 10. It does damage. It's a large. It's a D6. Whoa. You feel like a visible crack, or you see a visible crack appear in the fishing rod. It's still kind of holding, but if this thing gets one more good tug, this rod's fucking done for. It is your turn, Jesus.
Keep going. Why not?
Yeah.
Come on.
That is a miss on the fish. As you like go to tug and you feel like there's just like not a lot of give with your rod now.
Yeah.
You want this thing to roll low.
Oh. Hey, I'm still in.
Yeah, tension cracks the rod further. Your fishing rod is at 3 HP.
All right. Come on. Lucky.
That's a 16. That's good. Roll a d6. Okay. Fish goes. That's a natural one. Jesus. Go ahead and roll your next one with advantage. That's a 19. Go ahead and give me some more damage. That's a 1. This thing goes. Hope for another fucking nat 1. That's a 19.
Oh. Oh.
Come on, minimum roll.
You go to pull hard, and this thing pulls hard, like just as hard back, and the rest of your rod just snaps in half, and you fall on your ass.
All right. I'll pay for the broken rod, and then I'll just I'll go lay down for a few hours.
Yeah. She's like, oh, we have plenty. I'll have somebody repair this one. That's fine.
Awesome. Thank you. That was fun.
Yeah, you rolled a big fucking fish. It had 22 HP to start, and like you managed to get it down to like 14 before it snapped the line. So
Yeah.
but who knows? If you find like better fishing rods out in the wild, there, you might have a better time with catching fish. If you try to catch fish in the shallow area, like doing shallow casts, it limits the size of the fish that you can get. Like it's only tiny or small as opposed to all the way up to large. So you can get more practice in later on if you like doing fishing, like even on the ship. If you get yourself like a standard fishing rod, or make yourself a standard fishing rod, or make just even an enchanted fishing rod, you'll have more opportunities to actually be able to fish.
Awesome.
Yeah. Brunk. You were in cooking bread with that. That is the level of proficiency with how easily that finds baking is insane. Not only has he learned like a fair amount of stuff just like about breads from Random and even from you at this point, like he's like pies de dough is easy enough for him. Random taught him how to make meat buns. And Amira here has taught because she already taught you how to make Rudalian bread. She also extends that courtesy to that. And yeah, you're just in the kitchen right now.
So, one of the things, I mean, if he's working on the Rudalian bread, the other option was to, get him started on, thought about giving him the recipe for Martha Billsley's butter tarts, maybe something for him to work on there. But really, I'm there to oversee him, and I'm there to keep an eye on him, more than to, maybe with the occasional assist while he's baking, but for the most part, Brunk is there as a protector, as a guardian, more than he's actually doing a lot in the kitchen right now. Given that it's been a minute since he's had a moment, it's been a minute since he's had a moment to sit and reflect on anything. You know, I mean, we kind of pushed through some quests before we left Mercana. We tried to get some stuff taken care of, get some stuff done. You know, the recent focus on the, the recent revelations about the Queen has brought Brunk's focus back to the egg, had brought him back to Lyric's egg. And Brunk's probably sitting off to the I mean, Brunk was probably going to be sitting off to the side nearby, like I said, keeping an eye on that, but really just there to be present in case anything unexpected were to happen. But he's going to be spending his time in reflection, in prayer, kind of speaking out to Cord, potentially even using the commune feature through the sword, because he's, he realizes that the last time we opened the egg, it felt like random, it was a perfect roll, dumb luck type of thing. It was just the perfect coincidence, the perfect situation, and he was able to open the egg the first time that released Lyric. This time, as he's, focusing his energy on, he's focusing on the egg, looking at it, it doesn't feel like the same circumstances are going to, he's not sure it's going to happen the same way, and that there has to be another solution to this. And that's what he's seeking while he's, meditating, while he's in prayer. He's, if he uses the commune feature, and he can ask questions that are like yes, no questions, right? Then I think the first question he would ask is there something I can do to help her?
I don't think you have the commune available right now because it doesn't reset until midnight.
Did I used it in the days?
You did.
Then?
You used it in the bell tower basement. That was this morning.
Right.
Right now, you guys are. It's probably nearing early evening. In the Oasis.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean, maybe that's just not. He's thinking about this, and in terms of this is something he, if all else fails, this would be the direction he'll go. But he's just looking. I mean, that's where his mind's at right now, is seeking answers, trying to find, what's the solution. And Brunk's not much, for the whole intelligence side, so it's more of a wisdom type of thing, for him, I think. Just kind of the natural, what's the he's looking for that epiphany, is what he's looking for.
Last time you looked at the egg, it wasn't quite in its puzzle form yet, but it was starting to show like lines, as if it was starting to become like that puzzle that you found it in the first time.
I still have that egg.
Yes, yeah, you have Lyric's golden egg. If you would look at it, and I'm sure Brunk does occasionally look at it, more lines are forming. It's starting to get indentations. It's not something you can manipulate yet. But even without an intelligence roll of any kind, it does seem to be starting to form into that kind of puzzle that it was when you found it under your bed the first time, many, many moons ago.
What if he, as an experiment, put 5 points of his lay on hands pool healing into the egg? If he just expended that energy, that healing energy, the divine energy, into the egg, does he notice any kind of effect at all? Does it do anything? Does it absorb it? Does it just nothing happen?
Oh, this is very interesting, Brunk.
I mean, I think his mind goes to this is where Brunk's mind's going to is he's thinking she's gonna reemerge from the egg, but maybe she's in some kind of stasis, like a like a butterfly, like she's in the like this is a chrysalis, like this is a cocoon. The egg is a cocoon for her to be reborn from, and if he provides healing, if he gives of himself and gives that healing energy to her, will that speed the process, aid her, help her?
Under normal circumstances, I would say no. However, you have a very special bond with Lyric that grew over time and became almost like in the most friendly of terms, like intentions, kind of a symbiotic relationship. Where
that's the world level that we've added for the Immortal Warlock.
Yeah, because it really is a bond where like she grew stronger through being with you specifically, and you like working in tandem with you, and in the same way that a little bit of you rubbed off on her, much of her essence is rubbed off on you too, and I think when you go to put your lay on hands into it, you feel that connection, you feel that bond, and you feel it's weak, but it's there, like almost like a pulse. That as you start to dump this radiant energy into the egg, you watch that it has that regular kind of like white light, but you watch as it starts to get like little flecks of purple within it, as it starts to kind of like form this energy around the egg, and you do see that it does speed up that process for the egg. You watch as the lines kind of inset and get deeper, and the egg almost like starts to come apart, but not enough that it is loose pieces, but instead looks like a symbol puzzle, like one that you would have to turn, almost like a Rubik's Cube, but in an egg shape. Slightly different from the first one that you had, and the symbols appear to be different now as well.
Okay. I get the sense that more would help, or do I just is that enough to kind of help it along? And does he feel like maybe he understands that the connection's there, that she is there, that it's just a matter of time?
Go ahead and give me just a raw intelligence check with advantage. Oh my god.
Wow.
The last time when you released Lyric the first time, even if it was just like kind of like a stroke of genius moment, you know that it was solving the puzzle that appeared to release her. And in the same regard, I think you can theorize now that the amount of energy that you've poured into it is the best you're going to do. Using your healing energy is not going to hatch this egg, but using your healing energy here sped up the process of its recovery and becoming its puzzle form again. So now you have it in puzzle box form. You're ready to unleash the Hellraiser here. It's now just all about finding the right combination of moves again to solve it.
I mean, I'm assuming that if we're talking about an egg-shaped form, I mean, are we talking about just kind of a rotational, like segments that rotate along an axis? Like, how many segments do I see?
Probably about 5 or 6. And it does also appear that you can kind of like it's strange in its design, because it was just a golden egg kind of artifact before that is now like this manipulatable puzzle. You cannot, it's got the 6 rings And then it almost has like sections along the side, almost in like a cross, that can be kind of moved as well, for smaller symbols.
I mean, I guess he would probably start from the top down. I mean, looking at it. Well, actually, I take that back. Being an athlete at his core, like that's who he was before he became the paladin. He'd probably start at the bottom. He'd start at the base. He understands that the strong base, is necessary to build from, building upward, and so he'd probably start near at the bottom of the egg and start looking for, like, just slowly rotating it and looking for alignment, looking for anything that looks like, hey, these lines match up. And
Okay.
trying to, but I'm going to imagine that part of his problem is going to be the precision of getting things lined up correctly. I mean, do things rotate all in one? Do they rotate one direction? Do they rotate both, like back and forth?
Um,
He's
like
going to be examining that.
like a lock mechanism, they do rotate back and forth, and the sliding ones are almost like chains that like you can pull in, and like they pull. It's almost like, if you think like about how like a bike chain rotates, like that's how it would rotate around. But it's almost like keyboard keys for kind of the shape of these symbols, and each key has a different symbol on it that you can like pull around.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think he would continue to work with it and work at it, trying to manipulate it. It's trying to get some sense of, when. I guess what he's looking for is, when he gets it to a point where it's aligned correctly, does it lock into place, or does he get any kind of sense whenever he's dealing with that it's, I'm wondering if he's seeing things like, depending on where it comes together, it could align with like different symbol. It could create different symbols depending on the alignment, like even the bottom two sections of the egg. I'm assuming that depending on how it aligns, it could mean one. It could form a symbol meaning one thing, or it could form a symbol meaning something completely different. And he might make notes of that while he's working on it, in order to, like he gets out the cookbook and he's got a blank page, and he just kind of starts sketching symbols, without really, if he sees something that looks like it aligns, maybe he's trying to work it out that way, or just, he'll sketch them out, and then maybe he'll have to consult with somebody and ask them, because he doesn't know.
Give me an investigation check. Oh, that's better than I thought you were gonna get. I think on 17 investigation, as you are making notes, you are starting to realize certain things. Like, you're seeing that some symbols, even with the keys, will line up to make like a different formed set of symbols together that look like they fit. And then it's like almost like the rotating rings on the bottom have like lines, and the key kind of chains that you're able to pull kind of like have specific symbols that go in different things. And as you start to rotate the rings and start to get it, it's not that they lock into place, but in your head they're starting to lock in, that what you're seeing isn't just random symbols. From what you understand about Moonsong, you think this might be equivalent to like a song book chart.
Oh.
Like, these aren't just
notes?
symbols, they might be notes, like Moonsong notes.
Okay. Like, does he have more than one note?
You've been working
That
on the
he's-
bottom. You started from the bottom, so you work on the bottom ring
Right.
and start pulling symbols, like these symbol chains. And the symbol chains, it's kind of like it's a line. There are 2 static symbols that appear on the lines, and then the chains form a set of 4, so that each line would have 6 symbols on the line.
Okay. So it does look like musical, like, and I'm not a musical person. It's been forever since that, but I mean, I do understand what music, like it myself. I understand what musical, like the notes line, the lines to write sheet music,
Yeah.
if you will. I understand what that is, and so I'm assuming that's what he's kind of getting a sense of, is that it seems like it's note, we're getting that.
Mm-hmm. Especially as you're writing it out, like like when you said Brunk is writing it out, that makes it much easier for you to actually visualize it.
Right.
That it is. It looks like you're starting to write sheet music from
Okay.
the symbols that you're getting.
Does he get the sense as he's looking at the rest of the egg that there's more of that as it stacks upward?
You would think so.
Okay.
Now looking at the rotating rings, it does look like they all have those similar lines and like static symbols, and then same thing, like when you align the chain of these other like symbol keys, they line up as if they were like this resting music notes.
Okay. Well, I mean, other than he'll probably keep working on that. At this point, that's where his focus is going to be at. It's almost meditative for him as he starts to, do that. And he's doing it more by feel than he is, again, I kind of, the way I approach this with Brunk is he's not an intelligent guy. He's a wisdom and charisma guy. So everything's about how it feels and about, does it feel right? Because he doesn't know if it's right. He can't necessarily, the intelligence checks are if he's getting lucky with figuring it out more than anything else. It's, he's having those little epiphanies here and there, but everything else is more about, what makes sense, what he feels like he's making sense of. So that's what he's going to continue to do, probably well into the night, as we're waiting for the, early morning rendezvous with the mermaid guy. He's going to spend time working on that.
Okay.
So,
Is there any way Nerissa would be able to help with that? Because I also know Moon Song.
is Nerissa around? Like, would she be around whenever while he's working on that? I mean, would she come for food whenever because he's we're obviously in the.
I think that's probably what I would have done after like the scavenging I did. I would have probably worked up an appetite and also been curious about what Brunk and that were up to. I'm very fascinated with that. So
Does Brunk know that Nerissa knows Moonsong?
yeah, I've spoken Moonsong with Lyric before, like in front of the group.
Okay. It's just one of those things that I'm like, off the top of my head, I wasn't sure if I would know that, if Brunk would know that or not.
Yeah.
If he does, then then there's obviously an opportunity there for, as he's sitting and working on it, if Nerissa does come along. And I get the impression that Brunk would probably be focused on this.
And Nerissa would be very curious, but like hesitant to interrupt, especially like seeing Brunk focus. She'd be like, that seems serious.
Hyper focused in a way that you wouldn't expect Brunk to probably get at this point about anything. But
yeah.
He's hyper focused on, to the point of, there's a possibility maybe, although his intention was to be there in the room to keep an eye on that, maybe he's not focused enough to that his attention, like this has caught his whole attention.
Yeah, you're not taking that has taken care of the baking. He's got it. He knows what he's doing.
Right.
That's the Rain Man of bread.
Yeah.
Apparently, he loves it.
Yeah.
It's his calling, and that's cool because, hey, bread's awesome. So, I'm glad we have a baker. Right on.
Yeah.
Baking
for sure.
and cooking are different things. So
Now, I'm also curious. I'm like searching my character sheet, but it doesn't say anything about it. But I am a mer person, and mermaids are known for singing songs to enchant sailors and bring them to their deaths. That's
not that's a general. That's a little racist, Nerissa. That is a generalization of mermaids.
I was hoping to use the stereotype to my advantage.
Are you a siren?
It doesn't say that on my character sheet. We hadn't discussed it previously. No.
There was a redheaded mermaid that sang songs once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and while she might be a distant cousin, you are not the same.
I don't have any bone of musical ability in my body. I was gonna see if that could.
You're not trained in performance? I'm not.
She does have training in performance.
Oh.
Yeah, so would I be able to use that to like
I would never
get advantage on some sort of check?
In order to advantage on some sort of check, I would allow. Luring sailors to their death, absolutely not.
No. I don't want to lure sailors to my death. That's not what we're doing right now, or to their death. That's not what we're doing. But I'm trying to argue. Yeah.
That was the generalization of your power that you mentioned previously, and while I appreciate it, that is not the same thing. But musical performance, yes.
And that's what I was trying to get at before you said yeah. But yeah, what I was trying to say is like, is there any chance that like because of that I would have like some sort of like performance ability or musical ability? Like,
I would let you roll a performance to fish for advantage on your investigation if you're helping him with the egg.
Roll a performance, just a normal roll?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Sound like a wounded cat.
I look at those notes and I'm like, I never learned to sight read. I'm sorry, guy.
Nerissa is helping you, though. Both of you know Moonsong. Brunk, I'm gonna get you to give me a performance check here. This performance check is to decipher the first line.
Okay. Thank God I have a high charisma. 14 ain't horrible.
14 could be worse. There's something about the first line that you've written down a couple variations, and as you're singing out the notes as if you were talking to lyric, like you kind of like get an idea of what note goes where, but you're confused about like 3 or 4 different variations right now. And there's no reaction from the egg when you sing those certain harmonies, but you do know that you're kind of getting like it's like
I'm on the right track.
You're on the right track, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's all I'll give you right now, but I mean, it's getting close. Eventually you're going to be going back to Tremala, and I'd say like once you get back on the boat, I'd probably give you another chance to delve further. But I would say until like 3 a.m. when this dude shows up, that's probably that would have taken up a lot of your time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming that is the entirety of what I'm doing. Yeah.
But you get a lot more information in that like kind of like 5 or 6 hours that you're waiting, or however long. You get more information than you probably thought you would have, and manage to kind of push the evolution of this egg back to a state where now you can like do something with it instead of just staring at it. Night comes quickly. You don't like it. It is dark before you realize it. I guess it's not like it's always kind of light in the oasis, but you know that when nighttime comes, you know, when people like the fishermen start to pack it in, everybody heads to bed. They still have a sense of time, and you would gather it's getting to that night period.
Probably more the sounds of the around the oasis that are the hint that night is coming than the actual light or lack of light.
We get to around. You don't have Jay here to tell you that it smells like 3 a.m. anymore. You just kind of have to guess.
I thought that was me that started that.
Oh, it might have been
like
Brunk.
3 a.m.
It smells like 3 a.m. Oh, well, yeah. Well,
It's a movie line. I don't think it's some. Was it? Where was that from? Crap. I'm gonna have to think about that now. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
well, Brunk says, yeah, it smells like 3 a.m.
It smells like 3 a.m.
And you hear that kind of hoot from the water that you had heard previously. And sure enough, splashing around once again is Baron. Oh, didn't I make a picture of him with gloves and I just didn't switch it? Hold on a second here. I think I did it for the card game. Oh, there we go. So I'm just waiting for that picture to update. Yeah, you hear him hoot and holler, and he is starting to like dive around the water, getting up to his trouble that he was getting up to the first time. If you haven't, like Nerissa, I
Was
see
he punching turtles and stuff?
he was punching turtles and stuff, and like if there's a
Okay.
boat like out there, he'll sink the boat just for funsies. Nerissa, you can go ahead and make sure you're full health because I'm pretty sure everybody got a long rest on their way to the oasis, and you spent more time just hanging out as well. And you guys can let me know what you do from here.
Nerissa's gonna put the Ring of the Ram on and just dive right into the water and start like doing laps around the oasis until she runs up to Baron, and then she's gonna be like, "Oh hey Baron, how are you?"
Oh, well, if it isn't the little green gill, what are you doing back so soon?
We had a great adventure. We went off and did a whole bunch of stuff. Saved a city. Yeah, now we're back on our way back to Tremala.
Sounds lame. You watch as he like kind of like swims fast over and like fucking hammer fists a turtle on top of its fucking skull and like fucking grabs it and just starts like eating it whole out of its shell. He's like, what do you want? I didn't think I'd see you. I mean,
Just wanted to say hi. So you're still using those cool gloves?
yeah, why not?
I didn't expect you not to be. I just think they're really cool. I got this really cool thing while we were on our travels. I'm gonna pull out my Ring of the Ram. And what's near me? Is there like a not? I don't want to kill anything, but if there's like a boat or something I could smash.
Oh yeah, there's still boats floating out there.
All right, I'm gonna smash a boat and be like, check this out, and smash it with the Ring of the Ram.
Okay, let me see, Ring of the Ram. It's a narrative thing here. You use the Ring of the Ram, and you throw out a punch that throws out like what looks like this big spectral ram that just like fucking flies out and smashes through the boat. And he chuckles and he's like, "Oh yeah, that's real cool."
Would you want to try it?
Not really. I got these cool ass gloves, so why would I need that?
Just gonna see if you'd be interested in trading.
Well, what's so special about it? Does it do anything else?
You can also use it on. It's got like a bunch of charges you can use, and they refresh every day at dawn.
That sounds lame.
It's.
These things just let me punch all the time. I think I'll keep these.
What is it about them that you like so much?
Oh, they do all kinds of cool stuff, but they just make me feel and look cool too, you know? And he like flexes one arm. So you know, like I mean, nobody cares if you got a ring on, but look at this. This shows some power.
You think those make you look cool? I think they kind of look lame, if I'm being honest.
Roll deception.
Oh no.
Points directly at you and says, "Bullshit." It's like, if they weren't cool and they didn't make me look cool, you wouldn't want them. He flips you off with the mechanical finger, and he's like, "Come back with a better offer or don't come back at all," and fucking dives into the water.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to my friends and let them know that it went terribly. So this ring isn't cool enough for him. But maybe I'm trying to look at like everything I've got in my tank with me and stuff to see if there's anything I can use. If there's anything I can use to like combine it with the Ring of the Ram to make it cooler.
Which I'm pretty sure was your original plan. Like, it wasn't just to give him the Ring of the Ram. You just haven't built anything with it.
I forgot about that part. I mean, if anyone has anything that they think would be cool to add to the ring, let me know. I'm looking at what I got here.
You do also know that you're, like, there should be, like, a fresh, like, fucking smithy on your ship that might make the job a bit easier. You did want to pass through the Oasis to kind of get the quest over with, but if it's a matter of making something, you're going to be on a long journey where you'll have time to find stuff and be able to use the Ring of the Ram to actually make something better.
Okay. Yeah, we might just need to come back after I've been able to mess around with my new workbench.
Are you talking to me or them?
Them.
Hi, team. She's talking to you.
I was reading the Bell Shard of Brahm. I was looking at my inventory and trying
That's
to see if I
fair.
don't know that if I have I don't know that I really have anything that would be
I have nothing that'll last
was-
underwater.
Yeah, as I say, if he wasn't a mer person, I'd give you the Cloak of Billowings. Like, this is cool and dramatic looking, and if that was something if he just wants to be cool and look dramatic, that could be an option. But it's not really a cloak is not really an underwater clothing item, really. Um,
Yeah, I don't really have anything that could help either.
No worries. We can revisit this.
we may just have to come up with something different.
Or find something cooler.
Could find something cooler.
I offer the wand of the fireballs, but I don't think that'll help in water.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, not to worry. I'll futz around with it when we get back to the ship then.
Do you wait till morning to head to Tremala from there then, or what's the dealio? It is currently 3 a.m. Or 3-ish.
We should probably wait. We should probably wait till light. Head out again. Maybe take a rest here tonight.
Yeah, that makes sense, especially with the shadow creatures out there.
Yeah.
I assumed that that's what we planned on doing was resting here and then continuing on the next day. So I have no interest in traveling at night right now.
Yeah, no, neither do I. Before we go to bed, can I take a peek in this, like where we saw the lady worshipping the aboleth? I just want to see what's going on with that.
Are you going in through like the long way, or are you trying to go in through that basement hatch again?
Which was the long way again? It was down in the water.
Yeah, it was going in through that cave and trying to like sneak past all the scum and.
Yeah, no, I'll just go through I'll just take. I don't want to go all the way down into the basement hatch if it looks like there's stuff going on in there, but I just want to see, want to look around and see what's going on, if there's any sign of what's happening with the aboleth.
Go ahead and give me a stealth check with advantage. You're fucking a whisper on the wind. It is in the same state that it was in. Once again, because you waited late enough, you do find that Amira is like praying in front of this thing again. And it is still in its restrained pose.
Okay, but it still looks restrained and like it's not gonna break out and do anything crazy.
Yeah, and it looks like the light's still channeled through it.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak back out then. Don't want to mess with something that seems to be working. All right.
Does anybody do anything else during the night?
Nope.
No, I figure at some point he's got to get some. Brunk has to get some sleep. So
Yeah. You're undisturbed. You're able to get some rest for those that do rest until morning. When you wake up, you smell the delicious smell of what appears to be fresh baked bread. And when you're all able to get downstairs, there is like a little breakfast spread. There's like they were able to get eggs. There is plenty of fruit and vegetables, so they have like cut up like fruits and vegetables that you can snack on. And normally Amira in the morning makes Rudalian bread every day, and it looks like there is like 5 times the amount of bread that she had normally made, as it looks like that just didn't stop baking.
bakers do their best work in the wee hours of the morning.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We need to learn how to make donuts. That's what I need to teach him how to make. Teach him. We need to discover donuts. And of course, donut holes.
That says, "Look, Brunk, that made bread."
Smells great, buddy.
And
Can I get some of that?
He like goes to hand you like a full, fresh, hot loaf.
Do we have like any honey or anything like that to put on it?
She's like, yes, there's honey and berry jam.
Excellent. Thank you.
Oh, amazing. It smells delicious.
You watch as like that is like shoving like whole loaves of bread into his bag.
Okay. I'm assuming he's gathering up bread that he made, right?
Yeah. Yeah, just like he's got like 30 bread on him, just a way to account for the amount of bread that he's got on him right now.
Hey, booty.
When you wake up in the morning, Jenny Greenteeth is gone as well.
And then I had a bowl of food.
Now I'll go poop. Yep.
Is there anything like any trace of her? Like, did she packed up her whole tent and everything? And
Whole tent and everything. The tent is left behind, but like if you go to look into it, it doesn't go into like that extra dimensional space. Like it's just a normal tent.
It's just a tent.
Yeah, and all of her wares are gone.
Okay. I bet she smelled money somewhere.
Thankfully, she didn't smell a talking fish head on a platter, did she? You're going to have to take care of that sooner or later. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rosalia like fucking elbows Brunk in the ribs. She's like, don't say it out loud.
Ow.
She could
All right,
be.
fine.
She could be listening.
She's always listening.
She can smell money.
She's got magic senses.
Yeah,
She picks up everything from everyone.
I don't want to die, and I don't want
I don't
Nerissa
want
to
to die
die
either.
So shush.
Honestly, I took this because I wanted to know more about her, but I think I should have just talked to her about like a friend. And I don't want to betray her trust by digging through her secrets. Nerissa is half saying this because she believes it and half saying it in case Jenny is listening.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Amira is also outside like the entrance again to like welcome new travelers if they appear. And as you group up, oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh, so it's morning time. Oh, that's right. We were taking the carriage, weren't we? Okay. Sorry. I was like, how the fuck are we getting out of here? And then it dawned on me as I was saying that that we were getting out that way. Okay. Sorry, as you were.
Yeah, 'cause, Rosalia's got the ring, so like she can summon the carriage and phantom steeds. And you'll have no problem getting to Tremala within a few hours and being able to avoid the shaded spots where the shadows hide.
All right, my first time on a boat. Yay!
Amira bids you adieu and is like, I look forward to seeing you all again. You know you're welcome at the Oasis anytime. It's like, blessings be with you.
Thank you so much, Amira. Likewise.
We'll be back.
Of course
Sooner
we
or
will.
later. Probably later.
Before we leave, what I just want to ask Amira if I could buy a fishing rod
She's like,
before we buy one of her.
she's like, clearly you didn't look in your pack this morning.
Oh no, I didn't.
If you look at your pack, there is like a collapsible fishing rod in your pack. Still a standard fishing rod, but it's like just like in like a collapsed form, so that you can put it together when you're ready to use it, and it fits in your bag.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
It's like, maybe you'll get the big one next time.
I'll keep practicing on the ship.
And yeah, I'll give you a basic fishing rod. I think I should have them made already. Basic fishing rod. There we go. And you guys head out. Once again, they're like in this side. Well, I guess like the sun is now peeking out like it was previously, and you are getting those sunspots. You can see that the shadows have receded in some places, but are still very much clinging to the spots that provide them shade to hide in. Nevertheless, I'd say you get within... You get close enough that you see the gates, but you don't see inside yet, and you can see like figures in the markets, like in the entranceway, but you're not seeing a lot of movement. And you, Nerissa, once you get into 100 feet, feel the burn of something on your shoulder.
It's that kid.
Kid.
What was his name? Timmy. Johnny. Tommy. Remember it. I'm gonna like hold my shoulder and like turn around, and you guys see that I've got like a little bunny. Is it glowing or anything, or is it just stinging me?
The outline of it is glowing, and it feels like hot, like a fresh tattoo.
I think Timmy's over there. Or Tommy. That kid was cute.
Start off, hey T, what's up?
The mark burns. You get closer. You don't see Tommy, but you know that he's near. Getting in a little bit closer, you start to see people coming into view, and you can see the guards at the front entrance with their weapons held, like they were normally would be if they were standing. But they're completely stiff. And once you get into about 25, 20 feet closing in, it looks like they're made of marble.
They've been petrified.
That doesn't seem good.
Let me bring you... Oh. You finally get to the entrance of Tremala, and you are able to confirm that they are stone. They are like almost like a marble-like substance. And you can see, looking in further, that the shopkeepers and all of the people currently in the town are also made of stone.
These are just our gear or like flesh or everything.
Gear on them has not changed, but any like the people themselves, their flesh are stone, just like solid stone.
If I were a less than nice person, that's a whole lot of cash just sitting there waiting for somebody to keep track of.
You say that out loud?
No. I don't need you to hit me with your kettlebell. No.
Okay. Inside thoughts then. Okay.
Yes, inside thoughts.
Weapons out, I guess, and looking around to explore the town.
Mm-hmm.
Do we hear anything going on?
It is.
Have we gone in the town yet, or are we still outside the gate? And the last I heard was we were 25 feet out, and we could see they were marble.
Or so. Well, sorry, I kind of. I guess if you wanted to investigate the guards there, you absolutely could. But if you were just kind of like roaming into the town to kind of scope out what is happening,
Well,
you would see that like
we want to be careful around everybody here. We're not trying to knock anybody over or anything like that. So I assume we brought we used the cart, the ghostly cart thing that we had that to get here. So I mean, I'm assuming that's dismissed whenever we unload from it.
Yep.
How long does it last? Does it have a length of time that it lasts?
Let me take a look. Uh, 4 hours.
Okay. So basically, just enough time to get us here in a little bit, and it's going to go away anyway. So we might as well dismiss it.
Mm-hmm.
I was just thinking keeping it around in the event that we needed to hop on and run away again real quick, but that's not really going to be an option if it's only going to last so long. So
the first question I will ask here is before you delve deep into what's going on in the town, because there's some things for me to describe here. Are you looking at like are observing the guards at the entrance closer?
I would like to.
What's their facial expression?
Stoic, like they don't look surprised or scared. None of them are in like a state like they were like frozen in place. Like they were like clearly frozen in place, but frozen in place in the position that they were in. So like they look like they're guarding the gate. They look like stoic faces, and like kind of like
this just happened and they didn't even realize it happened before it was just done.
Right.
There's no reaction to the event, at least from these guys.
If
I'm gonna
you're
look at Jesus and be like, hey, creepy magic dude, what do you make of this?
I've never seen anything like this before.
We're gonna have to get
Yeah.
you some books or something, I think, so you can learn some more stuff. You got to be my guy. You know what I'm saying? You got to be the know-it-all guy. You got to know the stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to know it. I'm not going to know it.
I said there was silence. There's not complete silence. You do, in like piercing through like whole silence. Otherwise, you do hear the faint voice of somebody saying, "Marmalade on the steel, biscuits, obelisk, biscuits."
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
Lazarus. Well, I'm glad he's okay at least. Mm.
Yeah, I mean, at least he's okay. The rest of the town isn't, but at least he's okay.
Um,
Would Lazarus have been the one who did this? Did he get out?
well, didn't he make people go crazy? He didn't turn them to stone, did he?
He made them go. He could make them go crazy, and then they would die.
Moving further
Who knows?
in, oh, sorry. Moving further into the entrance, past the guards, once you've kind of looked them over, you see a couple of things that stand out. First of all, the pirate ship that you guys had is gone. You can hear Lazarus a little more clearly now, but it is just kind of his rantings and ramblings that you are used to. In front of you, however, in the center of town, you see that there is a group of people, and while you don't recognize all of them, you do recognize one that last time you saw was a giant statue in the middle of Rockcroft.
That rot tooth.
The group of four are kind of grouped together and they look surprised. Their faces look like a little bit of shock. Rottooth is like looking and like screaming in anger, it looks like, when he is frozen. And the gentleman here in front of them, almost like this knightly figure, is holding out what appears to be some kind of scroll, like directly to them, that is kind of like wrapped and stuck in his hand.
Can we see what the scroll says?
Not currently, it's rolled up.
Okay.
We can take it.
You
Yeah,
can
is the
take it.
scroll? Yeah, I was gonna say it's not stone as well. Is my bunny scar thing? Is it burning more as we go into the town? Like, is it like a hot cold thing where the closer I get, the more it burns?
It burns, yeah, it burns harder the closer you are to Tommy, it appears.
Okay. Is it burning more then?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let everyone know, like, I think we're getting closer to Tommy. I wonder if he's got something to do with this. If he's here, or if he's stone.
I mean, I guess we'll be examining the rest of the group, the rest of the people that are around in that element right there.
Mhm.
Along between those two guys. I'm assuming there's others that.
We should probably start with what we see here, and that would include getting that scroll.
Yeah, I'm very curious about what that scroll says.
Yeah.
Because if you recognize the one guy, then odds are the others are part of the same group. Is he friend or foe?
He's friend. He's
Okay.
another cleaning crew member from a different team.
You do
Okay,
also see
so
that their slimes are with them, but are also petrified.
Oh.
I mean, we know that Rottooth was. Do we know that Rottooth was the one that disappeared? Was one of that.
That their group was in Braum.
Right. This must be that cleaning crew group that was in Braum that they lost contact with.
We should probably let them know real quick.
This would explain why they
haven't heard from them.
Yeah.
Are we able to like send Pocket a quick message with our communication crystals?
Sure. Are you sending him like a kind of like a text, like a message spell, or are you calling him?
I get the sense that we.
What's the range on these crystals?
While you're on Rudalius, you should be fine for communication. The thing that was blocking the communication was the shadows previously, and once you took care of that, the network was back online. So,
I'm inclined to send a text like message spell, because, like, I imagine while we're like observing and stuff, we're just kind of speaking quietly amongst ourselves. But like, I don't want to draw attention from anyone else that's here if we can avoid it by making like a call. So I'm just gonna send a text message to Pocket and be like, bad news but good news, we can account for Rottooth and his team, it looks like, but he's currently Marble in Tremala. And then can I send a picture with it as well?
Sure.
Picture of the statues.
You get a text back that says, that is a serious problem. It looks like they're petrified. Can you send us send pictures of like a closer view?
I will do that. And like get like close-ups and like any. While I'm doing it, can I also like keep an eye out for any small details that I think would be like really relevant, and like get close-ups of any details like that. And also I'm gonna like just kind of get like some some photos of like the whole town as well, so we can see that it's like everyone here is petrified.
Okay. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. You get another urgent message back that says, if possible, continue with mission, sending an investigation team ASAP.
Okay. Our ship isn't here, but we'll keep you updated.
Your ship is here. The slippery sea serpent is here. The pirate ship, the one that you had taken, is not.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I will not send that our ship is not here then, because that would be a lie. And Brunk has rubbed off on me, so I don't want to lie.
Yeah. Now, things that you can see are visible. You can see that like the knight is holding the scroll. However, like he had it was like he was reaching out, but it was also like he was reaching out for his sword, and so his sword is wrapped in his hand and keeping it in the hilt. You also see that it looks like this guy is wearing Titan gloves, very similar to Rosalia's.
Do they have like a similar insignia? Like, does it look like they're from like the same? Like, do they have any insignias that would indicate like a group that they belong to or
This
anything?
insignia is the one for Braum.
Okay.
Like the bell.
Okay.
And then there's
Is there any resemblance between this guy and the queen?
Oh my god.
It's a good question.
That is. Give me a perception check.
Can
the
I
tooth
also
Jeez.
can I also do a perception check?
Sure.
And also the feat that I just took when we leveled up helps
He's
with
got
this.
gorgeous hair. He's got absolutely gorgeous flowing hair. If it wasn't,
He
all hair.
does.
He is very handsome.
Yeah, it's my kind of guy.
Now I took a feat that gives me +5 on my like perception checks. Do I have to add that manually?
Sorry, what feat was
Like
it?
when I roll? I took the observant feat.
Observant. +5 to perception and investigation rolls. I should be able to fix that for you. Give me a second.
Okay.
Investigation and perception. Perception. Passive bonus +5. Investigation. Try rolling. No, I know what I did.
I get +5 to that, so it was a 21.
It was a 21, yeah. Hold on
Sweet.
1 second here. +5. It should be check bonus. I just put it in the wrong slot.
Okay. Thank you.
Investigation. +5. We'll keep the 21, but can you just roll again just to make sure I got it right this time? Oh, I see it like in the actual stat there. We're good.
I don't need to. Oh yeah, I can see it's +10 now and +11.
Yeah.
Awesome.
On a 21, there could be there is a resemblance in like the facial structure between the queen and this figure. It's not unreasonable to think that it might be family of some kind.
I mean, looks like he very well could be related.
What? What are you talking about?
To the queen. Sorry, thinking out loud. If this guy's from Braum, if this guy here is from Braum,
Cool hair?
remember?
Guy with the
Yeah.
cool hair?
Yeah, remember the queen that we saw?
Yeah.
Don't you think he kind of looks like her? Nerissa's gonna get in close to him and be like, see like how the nose kind of does the same kind of dip? And then like he's got like the same kind of spacing between his eyes, it looks like.
Totally missed that. I totally missed that before. Wow, that's weird.
I'm not saying like obviously he's related, but like I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised to find out they are.
Yeah. Wow. You're right. Ugh. Well, now I feel almost obliged to find a way to get him out of this predicament.
Well, let's see what's on this scroll.
You grab the scroll out of his hand. Is it you grabbing it, Nerissa?
I'm right there. Might as well.
Okay. You grab the scroll out of his hand and roll it out, and it appears to be a sea chart. And once you kind of hold on to it for a minute, you see that it starts to kind of like fill in spaces with spots you have been recently.
Like it's automatically filling it in as I look at it.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Hold on one second. Chart of the Living Sea.
Sounds like a really nice thing to have.
Mischief managed.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna sound weird, but if I kind of like tuck, if I kind of tuck the scroll back into his hand, but so that I can still see the map, does it change? Like, I'm wondering if it'll go back to where they've recently been. Or no, because they're made of stone now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to react to them.
Okay.
And when you grabbed it from him, it was blank. Except for, like, it looks like a chart.
Oh, okay. But, like, with nothing, like, noted on it.
Currently
This
nothing
guy
noted
has
on
a
it.
Crazy beard. Look at that guy.
Hold on, I need to change this to all players, because you now have access to the old sea chart. And I'll bring you over for a second so that you can all see what's going on.
Oh, this is cool.
The primary function of this chart is that it is enchanted to basically update with you as you travel and keep track of the locations that you go.
That's really neat.
This weathered nautical map is enchanted with a pale blue shimmer. As you unroll it, ocean spray and gull calls seem to echo faintly from its surface. The parchment shifts and reconfigures itself like waves reshaping a shoreline. So any oceanic or coastal location the bearer has personally visited appears on the map. You are a seafaring creature, but it is only tracking more recent things. You've been in Rudalius for a while, so it's tracking your more recent exploits. Accurate to within 500 feet. The map updates instantly when new shorelines, ports, or island features are encountered. Once per day, the chart may draw from ambient memory, folklore, and other nearby maps or navigational tools. It reveals the rough location of a coastal or island region known to the others within 100 feet, including NPCs, journals, or enchanted compasses. The revealed area is vague unless the source is clear or detailed. And waves subtly move across the paper. The wind direction, weather conditions, and known hazards, reefs, storms, sea beasts, near any mapped area are updated once per long rest.
Okay.
This is a really fantastic thing to just leave here sitting in the middle of, this area.
So they
Unattended.
They were here with the intent to leave. With this item, they had to be going somewhere, right?
It certainly sounds like it.
And there's a ship missing.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that somebody took that ship? Wasn't that the ship we kind of like stole a bunch of equipment off of to put on our ship?
Yep. We kind of gutted it.
Wait a minute.
Wait, so the paladin stole stuff.
Is our crew all stoned out right now?
What do you mean?
Like
The people that were working on our ship.
yeah, like our crew. our crew
Yeah,
for the ship. We didn't have a whole lot of them, but we had a few people, I thought, that were working on the ship.
And you'll have to find out when you do some further investigation.
Yeah, we should explore a bit more. Go check on
Yeah, I was thinking
Lazarus
of-
as well.
Yeah, I figured we're gonna have to do that first because we can hear him muttering, so that means he's still,
Not stone.
unfortunately.
Oh, that's the wrong spot.
Unfortunately.
I activated the wrong spot. Hold on. I'm trying to bring you back to Tremala. Tremala!
Tremala ding dong.
Apparently I was trying to do too much.
Touch too much?
Just a touch too much. Come on. Let me in. Thank you. Okay. So we're back here. Let me get rid of things like Guild Hall. So you find this magical sea chart in this person's hands. There are other visible things on these other characters. It looks like this shorter one has like a gun in its hand with the finger on the trigger, like ready to shoot. The gun pointed out. Looks like
Pointed at who?
It's pointed away from the group.
As if they had been surrounded by somebody.
Yeah.
It's not here anymore.
Possibly, or assaulted by something, maybe.
If I start walking around the group here, examining this from a combat perspective, is that the sense that I'm going to get? Is that they were facing off against somebody?
That is the sense that you're getting, absolutely. All of them are armed. It looks like they are in kind of like distressed or like surprised faces. There are things that are visible, like it looks like you have access to their bags, but like may not have access to all their weapons, because they may be holding them and like kind of stuck in place because they are stone. And it does look like, yeah, it looks like they were mid combat when something happened. From your perspective, there's no way that they were intended to be at this point. Like they weren't here to sail. Give me an investigation, Brunk. Give it to me with advantage. $12. You're not gleaning too deep of details, but they were mid-combat. It looks like they were in the middle of fighting something.
Yes. Got frozen.
If something came over this city, it just happened to have been at the time when they were fighting.
Do the rest of the people around that are frozen look like they were frozen while observing this encounter happening? Like they're all just chill?
You look over at like this guy over here, and it looks like he is about to be giving money to a merchant who is like reaching out their hand to receive it.
Okay.
And maybe is like holding like a small bag of wares, like clutched tight into a now stone fist. The guy over here looks like he's kind of like got his like hand like hand on his chin, like he is browsing wares.
Okay, so like completely unfazed by a potential fight happening in the center of the town right here.
This guy over here, it looks like he was turning his head to look at this group that like look at them. It looks like there's a bit of surprise on his face, but otherwise most of these other townsfolk looks like they were in mid-business.
Okay. Okay. So whatever happened very suddenly.
These two over here are also stone. I don't know why I don't have the symbols on them.
But this one guy over here is the only one that's like turning to look at what's happening. Nobody else is even paying mind to the center.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, so like I said, whatever happened here happened very suddenly and without any warning. Is my Curse of Tommy burning more
Yep.
as we've like, yeah.
Yep, in the center of town, like as you're getting like moving in closer towards like where the ships are, it's burning more and more.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna suggest we start heading towards Lazarus and the ships, but definitely keep an eye out for anything around that isn't stone.
You check on Crazy Pants first.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's move towards the building that we kept Lazarus in. That's the one that says coming soon.
Everybody give me a perception check, please.
Holy crap.
I'm not getting dice roll sounds from Foundry, and that's a little concerning, but it is so
I
small. You heard? So,
I heard them.
okay, so it's just something going on my end, and as long as you're being heard
I
otherwise,
don't even see any rolls come across.
They did delay a little bit before they rolled, but
Nerissa, you're the only one who notices that there is something small in Lady Frida's hand that you think that you can actually like grab onto. It looks like it's small and green.
I'm gonna grab it.
You grab it, and it appears to be some kind of whistle.
oh no. Oh god, no.
Excellent. This is a perfect trinket for my horde.
No. Fuck. Nope. 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 And I notice her doing this?
Give me a separate perception check. Wait, are you being stealthy about it, Nerissa?
No.
You do. You see Nerissa like grab something out of the one crew member's hand.
What are you stealing from a fellow cleaning crew member?
No.
They're completely
It's-
stoned right now.
It's a clue.
It looks
A
like
clue.
a pencil shaped like a pickle.
It, I'm gonna look at it. It does look like that. And okay, here's my logic. One, it's either a clue to help us solve this thing, or two, if I was able to take it, another looter that could come through here is equally able to take it. And we don't want them to take it because they won't give it back to them. I will gladly return this once they are not stone anymore.
She's not wrong. We're doing this for them. Y'all are terrible influence on me. I'm just an innocent little wood elf. Gah.
Like, I mean, as long as she gives it back after.
Yeah, I'll totally give it back.
See, I would believe that.
I did get a 15 on my deception check.
If you want to roll insight against it, Brunk, you're welcome to. Gotta beat a 15. It's Nerissa. It's Nerissa. You know she lying.
A little klepto. You've seen me in action.
I'm just gonna kind of look at her and just kind of go, and just leave it at that. Like, I know, but I know now, and yeah, we'll absolutely be giving it back later. Yeah.
Rosalia's like, I mean, do we maybe want to move them into the house so that they're less susceptible to getting robbed by people? I know the cleaning crew's coming to look into it, but...
That is a great idea. Are they movable?
I don't know if you or Jesus could... Well, you've got your tank to be able to, like, do mechanical shenanigans. Brunk's pretty strong. They're probably fucking heavy, but between, like, your group, like, you could probably move them in one by one.
Let's go check on Lazarus first. But I don't think moving them into the center, or out of the center of town and into our building that we bought. I don't think that's necessarily a bad idea. But I don't want to drag them over there when we don't know what we're about to walk into in that house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that plan. I think it's best that we don't get too ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have free movement. You can move over to the house and scope it out.
Okay, which is the house that you all bought?
It's the one with the green roof.
And the coming
I'm gonna
soon
go peek
signs.
in. Can I peek in one of the windows?
We put the coming soon signs up so people would stay out of it.
Yeah, I want to peek in one of the windows before we go in.
Is that the entrance, that side?
Yeah, there's a door here and a door on the other side. You peek through the windows and you see that Lazarus and Q are sitting together, and sitting in front of them, pretty close to Lazarus, is Tommy and the imps.
Whoa!
Oh, and
My
just
captain.
Barnabas is stone.
My captain. No.
I'm gonna walk in and say, "Oh, hi, Tommy."
Hi, Nerissa. I made some new friends.
Oh, nice.
And I found my mom. And with that, we're gonna take a 5-ish minute break.
Oh,
All right.
oh great. That's great.
We will be right back.
Oh shit. Spaceballs.
Ellie is making hot chocolate. It'll just be another minute.
Nice.
What do you do?
There's so many marshmallows.
Of course there are marshmallows. What do I look like? Someone who hates fun? Because I'm not.
Oh, I know. Entering the room, you see Tommy. Tommy acknowledges Nerissa. You see that Barnabas is turned to stone. Lazarus, as you enter, says licorice roots in the bread box. And that goes, bread? You're muted, Brunk.
Slow down, little dude. I don't think there's a bread box here. This guy speaks a little nonsense. Time to time.
Yeah, if anything, it's probably just metaphorical bread boxes.
Marmalade on the steel, as he's like, Q is like holding him like a baby. He's like, welcome back, cleaning crew.
Q? What happened to Barnabas?
He turned to stone.
How did he turn to stone?
Tommy says, so a woman came in armor. She was holding a sword and had a strange necklace. She said some words and everybody turned to stone, except for me and this guy, Lazarus, and Q, I think his name is. The shadow demons also like acknowledge you, the little shadow imps. The one on the shoulder, the one on the shoulder, like the brutish one looks over at you, Brunk, and Mean Mugsy's like, I'm still watching you, motherfucker. The one on the shoulder tells him to calm down and is like, it's lovely to see you all again.
Great to see you too. Can you tell us more about what this lady with the sword looked like or what she said?
Tommy's like, well, so So we went to the Oasis, and they said they saw my mom come here to Tremala. So I came and I found her, and we had something really delicious called Pisa. But then she said she detected something like dark, like wicked, she said. And when we came outside, there was this lady in armor with a sword and this weird thing on a necklace. And she was with like some strange soldiers. And she turned everybody to stone, I think, with that necklace. And then they got on a boat, and my mom tried to stop them. But she was turned to stone too, and they took her.
They took your mom?
They took her, yeah.
Did they say anything about where they were going?
Where my mom wanted to go.
Rovane?
Rovane, there.
Okay.
And Lazarus says, Medusa.
What?
What's a Medusa?
Hard candy.
Hard candy. Medusa makes hard candy?
Hard candy.
I point at Barnabas, or I point at like him.
Hard candy.
Why is it I'm all of a sudden understanding the crazy guy?
Lizards in the trench coat.
I told you he speaks in metaphors. Sorry, wizard in the trench coat?
Lizards in the trench coat.
Lizards in the trench coat. I don't know what that's a metaphor for.
Must consume the biscuit and the obelisk. I must return to the obelisk to show thanks and praise.
Okay, why did that get all of a sudden understandable?
The obelisk is the only thing he talks about that kind of makes sense.
Must consume the biscuit. Must return to the obelisk to eat the biscuits.
I don't know what the biscuits are.
The lizards in the trench coat. They will eat the obelisk.
They'll eat the obelisk.
He like slams his hands down, and you watch as the kid like walks over and like kind of like rubs his back, and like he seems to be fine.
Fascinating.
We'll go with that. Fascinating.
Hey Tommy, when you go close to him, you feel okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you hear any like voices or anything when you go close to him?
Yeah, mine.
Okay.
That was Craggleroot, the big beefy one that has the club.
Excellent.
And the two little ones beside him, like the twin ones, like start like snickering. The one on the shoulder, what was his name? Wimble No Face. Looks and says, "Well, we may not be able to understand the old codger, but he doesn't seem to do us any harm."
That's good. Often people who go close to him go kind of crazy. So if you're immune to that, I'm glad.
I thought his little demon dudes were like animal shapes. Was I
No,
wrong?
they were little imps in suits. Little shadow imps in suits. Because you were first concerned when you were approaching him that the shadows were the same as the monsters. But, like, we're able to discern that these were different shadows with different alignments and personalities and stuff. Q looks and says, there was nothing I could do, but I was not turned to stone. How should we proceed, Captain? And he looks at you, Brunk.
Can I like pull Brunk and Jesus and Valerith to the side and Rosalia? Basically, our team, I'm gonna pull to the side and be like, "Hey, so this might be a crazy idea, but what if on our journeys out at sea, we can help track down Tommy's mother and figure out what's going on with Lazarus too?"
Do we know where this
You're
obelisk is he
proposing
keeps talking about?
Rovane?
You're proposing taking them with us on the ship, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Well,
don't think
we
have another choice.
need people, right? Because, well, we haven't checked, but I'm assuming your people are probably stone.
Probably. We
Hey.
haven't checked on our ship yet.
I mean, we're gonna have to do this ourselves. Q,
Mm-hmm.
can you take? Is he is our friend? Is he compliant enough to board the ship that we can put him in quarters, and we don't have to worry about him hurting himself or others? Like,
Tommy's...
how has he been with you?
He was like, I have to rock him occasionally, and he doesn't appear to need to eat.
Ever?
Ever.
That's weird.
That is weird.
Okay.
Tommy's like, I can keep an eye on him.
Thank you, Tommy.
Maybe I can figure out what he's trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Q, why don't you and Tommy take our friend to the ship, and then when you've got him settled in, hopefully the rocking of the boat maybe will help with the rocking that you've been having to do with him. Maybe that'll be kind of helpful. Don't restrain him. Just find him a spot to rest. Keep, to himself somewhere, wherever you think he'd be most comfortable. I'm gonna regret saying this probably, but Nerissa, Jesus, go scrounge for whatever supplies you think we need. Equipment, food, water, whatever you think we need for the ship. I'm not going to be keeping an eye on you, so
I'm gonna lean over to Jesus and be like, "That means we can steal."
The best day of my life.
we need to be careful about this. We need to get our fellow cleaning crew members inside the house here,
Mm-hmm.
and we need to be able to do it carefully. So let's find a way to get that done, because we can't take them on the ship. We can't. I'd
There's
love
got
to
to be a
take
cart
this,
we can
but there's
use.
no way we can get them in the ship. I would be afraid that something will happen and somebody will get broken and it'll get messy later on, and I just don't
Yeah.
want to deal with that. So hopefully
Also, if
they'll
Pocket's sending a crew out, then leaving them here but
keep 'em safe.
protected and then
But
Yeah.
if they have anything that we can take with us that we can use, we will be returning it to them, to our companions, to our guild mates when we return.
Mhm.
And keep
Yeah.
track of what we grabbed, because if you grab anything from the fence lady and she gets mad at us later,
Oh
get
yeah,
to deal
no,
with
we don't want to. I don't want to piss off the fence lady.
You'll get to deal with her, not me.
So, are there any animals in town, or are they all stone as well?
Any animals that would have been in town at the time are stone. So like any birds that are on top
Okay.
of the buildings and things like that, like they're all stone.
So it's every living
everything
creature.
Every living
Mhm.
creature except for these three were turned to stone.
I'm gonna propose before we send Tommy and Q and Lazarus onto the ship, we probably should go take a look at it.
That implies
Scope it
that
out first.
3 of them are not living creatures. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
They're not living in the traditional sense to be turned to stone.
That's kind of what I gather.
Nerissa, also, before we start raiding the town, I already have 100 rations, so we should be okay for food.
Yeah.
No.
Excellent.
Always room for
Would
more
make
food.
sure that our
Yeah, we'll make
would
sure we have plenty.
work with Q and make sure that our stores, that we are adequately supplied.
Perfect.
Don't weight us down. We have to be careful about the weight of the ship. If it gets too heavy, it won't be fast enough. But we need adequate supplies until such time as we would reach somewhere we can resupply local goods, hopefully. So,
Brunk, you can feel some breathing on your neck. You turn to look and it's Jenny.
hello, Jenny.
Brunk.
Are you coming
Jenny?
with us? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I actually normally I wouldn't involve myself, but I figured I'd let you know that the lizard is also stone.
The
The
lizard
lizard?
is also.
Yeah, what's his name? Lothraxus.
Lothraxus?
Lothraxus. Yeah, he's a statue.
On the ship?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Also, your crew is nowhere to be seen. Those pirates that you recruited and stuff, she's like, I don't know where they are.
Oh. Okay.
They got commandeered to run the other ship.
That's my
Where
guess.
they are. They're on the other ship. Or they got turned to stone and dumped in the ocean.
I'm gonna look at
You want
Tommy.
to go for a swim near the docks and look?
I can.
Maybe before we leave port.
Yeah.
You're in charge of you and Jesus are in charge of getting supplies, working with Q to get ourselves supplied.
Okay.
New guy, I guess you can help them with that because you need supplies for your stuff too, right?
Oh, I will happily find anything that'll help us, and we must be victorious.
Fantastic.
Matt,
Before
you
we
wanna take over
do,
food, bread, stuff, see what they got.
That you immediately that will be like, where? Point me to bread.
The building outside that door there. Next building, the big one.
He'll run out to the restaurant to see if he can get bread supplies.
Excellent.
More than bread.
It's already gone.
We'll make sure that there's more than just bread supplies.
Yep, every fresh vegetable, just in case.
Roselia, you want to help me with the heavy lifting, figuring out how we're going to move them?
Let's do it.
Before we all part ways, I just want to ask something really quick. Tommy, what can you remember about that necklace? What did it look like?
Oh, that's easy. He grabs a piece of paper and he starts drawing.
He's loving it.
And as he's drawing it, I'm going to keep an eye on Rosalia and see if I notice any hint of recognition on her face. Like, does the description of what he described the lady that came through as with the sword, does that sound like one of her sisters? I don't remember off the top of my head what they sounded like, but
the Medusa, or the image of the necklace wouldn't bring her pause, but when the person with the sword was mentioned, she would have flinched.
okay. Okay.
The image that Tommy draws is roughly that.
Okay.
But those interlocking rings and like kind of like the patterns etched on it. Like it was like this, but on a chain.
Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna look at Rosie and say, does any of that sound familiar to you?
The turning to stone doesn't, but if my sister is involved, I wouldn't put it past her to do something like this. But to what end, I don't know. What's in Rovain?
Something to do with this obelisk. Okay. Okay, we'll get to the bottom of this, whatever it is. All right. I am happy to go off and start scavenging then if we're all ready to get on task.
Moving the statue should be easy between you and Rosalia, Brunk. Especially with her Titan glove.
Yeah.
Give me an athletics check though. I just want to check something.
Okay.
You didn't do your exercises this morning.
I'm working out.
And in a rush to leave, like as you're lifting, you're noticing that like you're
I'm tight. Everything's
yeah. Your slip disc isn't like set off. Like you don't have the rolls yet for it. But the percentage is going to be harder than you would normally need to roll if you get into that situation. At least until you do your exercises.
Yep. Well, I had to sleep in. We were up late.
But you and Rosalia are able to move all 5 stone statues into the house there.
Try to keep them, aligned together, so that when they wake up, eventually, that they'll. Oh. Let's make sure that the one with the gun isn't pointed at anybody in particular.
It pointed at the door.
Yeah. Poor Barnabas.
Yeah.
Are we leaving Barnabas here, or are we bringing him with us?
We can't take him on the ship. We're going to have to probably get Lithraxis off the ship and bring him in here. I
Okay.
can't imagine we can. I mean, I don't know if it would be safe to take them with us. What do you think?
That's fair.
If we, what happens if the ship gets destroyed and we end up sinking?
No, that's a valid point.
I mean, Barnabas could get stuck on the bottom of the ocean. I mean, if he ever woke up out of the petrification or the stone, being stoned, he'd be probably. I mean, he'd probably be able to swim. I guess, so maybe he wouldn't drown, but I mean, I can't imagine we're going to be able to. Anybody that's stoned right now
Yeah,
is going to
bud.
have to probably be here. Well, once we get everybody moved, I will probably go try to find that in the restaurant, see what he's doing, help him with fooding.
Okay. You go inside. Actually, let me come back to you. I'll start while you were moving the statues. Everybody else was working towards looting to like prepare. What area are each of you going to tackle to try and prepare? Like, are you working together to do it, or are you splitting off to just kind of snatch and grab what you think you need?
I was thinking splitting off, just to grab what we need.
How pressed for time are we?
Not really. Pressed for time in the way that you don't know how much of a lead that other ship has on you.
Yeah, that's our biggest problem is we don't know how far ahead they are. So at this point,
Then yeah, let's split up to cover more ground more quickly.
Take the north half of town, you take the south.
I'll take the docks.
Sounds great. Yeah.
I mean, if this
Now-
is right, there are at least
Oh,
4 or 5 ships.
are those ships still there, or is it our ship the only one? Oh, there are other ships there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, perfect.
So,
Yeah, if
need
you want to go check
gunpowder?
out the
Do we need-
ships.
Do we need anything else from these ships besides that?
Any rations that you can find?
I'm thinking like gunpowder, cannonballs.
Yeah.
I mean,
got our ship
we're
and see what we've got, so that you know what
we're basically going to war, right?
maybe.
Potentially.
Okay.
We don't know yet.
All right. I'll start with the northernmost ship and work my way south.
Okay, so you're checking the ships on the dock. Well, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
I knew I should have taken that. Holy crap! Not bad.
It's pretty good.
Great.
14's not bad. You're looking for things like gunpowder and things to be able to help with like firing the cannons and stuff like that.
And any basically food from the mess that's perishable. May as well take it with us. No telling how long they're going to be stoned. So,
Fair.
and extra food can be turned into rot for mushrooms.
That is true.
So, thinking ahead here.
On a 14, you find probably not a lot of rations. It doesn't look like anybody on these ships were getting set to leave anytime soon. So it doesn't look like they were really applied with those kind of provisions. But you do find... what do you have on your ship already? You've got rum and corned beef. I'd say you probably find a couple more barrels of the corned beef. Or like an equivalent, like just some kind of like preserved meat. I'm just gonna say it's corned beef because it's gonna be easier to update on your character sheet. I'll say you you found a couple more barrels of rum as well. You definitely found more gunpowder. That doesn't need to go on the character sheet. Like you'd easily have enough to sail with, like, there and back with. And cannonballs and stuff for the ballistas and stuff. You'd find that on both of those ships. I'd say on a 14, the other important thing that you find is on one of the smaller ships that appears to be the ship that belonged to the like the crew that might have been working on the other ships. You do find a stock of, like, wood and nails and
nice.
like framing bits for, like, metal bits for building things. So that you think you found
Building
like
material. Gotcha.
you find their building materials that they were using to update your ship.
Where are they?
All right,
at?
well-
Are they here too? Somewhere?
You would notice them, Brunk, when you go into the bar looking for that. You would see that they are at the bar, turned to stone, with, like, a drinking glass in their hand.
Okay.
So, cool. Yeah, I'll start working on ferrying everything over to the appropriate ship.
Yep. I'm just going to say building supplies. We'll just add a thing to the ship's sheet. And it'd probably be a bit of weight for that.
Don't get me wrong, I can't move much, but the power of leverage.
And with enough people, like you could, because you guys are just kind of taking inventory of things. Like, there's nothing to stop you from going to grab a crew member to help you out. Like, if you need Rosalia to lift things, once she's done lifting the statues, she can go around and help. She's got the Titan glove to be able to lift big shit. Same with Brunk.
Need to get me one of them gloves.
They're pretty handy. Brunk, you go over to the restaurant to check on that, and that is, like, it looks like he's filling bags with mostly grain and stuff to make more bread. Things that he would think would be useful for things that would go with bread. But it looks like also beside him there is a skeleton that is also helping him load things into a bag, and he's, like, holding another bag open for that to put stuff into.
That? Who's your helper there?
I called him Rattles.
Rattles?
Rattles. Because he
Where did
rattles
he
when
come
he
from?
walks.
Okay. Where did he come from?
He was standing in the doorway.
Oh.
I told him, come with me. We need bread.
Okay. Like, that makes sense. Does Rattles speak?
It just kind of looks over, and, like, the jaw kind of, like, opens up loosely.
Clacks.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
no. Great listener, though.
Obviously. Okay, so I guess you're getting all the bread stuff that you need and stuff to go on bread. So I'll go start gathering up everything else that I think we need.
Okay. Got it, boss. And holds a thumbs up.
So, yeah, I'll start rummaging around the kitchen for fruits and vegetables, oranges, citrus, so
Yeah.
we can make sure that we don't get scurvy.
You'll also find, like, various, like, small bottles of booze, like, from their like wines and rums and even, like, some other things.
Some used for cooking, yeah.
Yeah.
Some used for drinking.
And it is, yeah, like whatever you think you would need for food here, you could probably find, to stock you guys up for a little bit.
Okay.
And I mean, you won't go hungry as long as there's materials for bread. That will
Yeah.
make sure of it.
Well, we will have carbs. We will have energy. Keep going.
Yeah.
That's around the ship.
I'll just kind of
Um,
probably take a walk around the check on everybody that's just kind of in the restaurant.
yeah.
Make sure that everybody looks secure. Nobody looks like they're gonna fall out of a chair. If I feel like they need to be laid down into a safe position, just in case. I mean, your weight increases whenever you get turned to stone. So if they're sitting on wood chairs or whatever, the wood might eventually give way, and then they hit the ground, and who knows what happens after that. So
Yeah. Kind of like
probably
taking them off the chairs and placing them on the ground.
yeah, anybody that just kind of lay them gently on the ground, so that in such a way that they're not going to, if fall and harm themselves.
Yeah.
I hate to come back and there's a bunch of people missing legs and arms, or heads. That would be messy.
That would be messy. It's a very nice deed to like stop, and do something like that. So, rewards may come from that later on if people know, because that's a nice thing to do.
I mean, I'm tempted to move everybody that's outside, all the people outside in stalls, move them into the restaurant. That way they're at least inside, inside, maybe not, I mean, just, I don't know. I don't know if there's a chance that weather could be a factor or a problem. I don't know how much we can do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That I mean, obviously the cleaning crew is going to send a group out here to take charge at the site. Then at least somebody will be managing that here. So just maybe they're all safe until such time as that group gets here. We might need to leave a note or contact Pocket or whoever he's sending and give him the details of what we've done. And
Which is easily done. Yeah, you can send him a text or something like that.
Oh.
I got chocolate on my shirt. Oh no.
I'm trying to think of anything else we should do before we depart. I guess I'll be checking in with everybody to making sure that they're getting the supplies we need.
Yeah, Jesus and Nerissa, you split off. You're taking like the north and south portions, right? Where are you going specifically? Like, you going to the shop kiosks, or like, are you trying to like explore the buildings at all?
I was thinking just the shop kiosks, but maybe we should check out the houses too. Should we maybe hit up the houses first, then do the kiosks? We'll split up. We'll split up and take half of the houses.
That sounds good to me.
Okay, who's
Alright.
exploring where? Go ahead and move your tokens to where you're exploring, so I can know what you're trying to look for.
I'm gonna catch Q in the midst of all of this. As he's kind of wandering back and forth, moving back and forth from the ship to gathering supplies and whatnot. And I'm gonna be like, "Can you keep track of the things that we acquire and who they belonged to?"
I can certainly try to take an inventory.
I don't want to, we need all the help we can get for our adventure, but I do not want to end up in prison later because despite all of that, we were just a bunch of dirty thieves.
He nods and he's like, I could start like a savings fund that we could donate back to the town.
Certainly.
I'll take inventory of what is brought on to the ship, and I can give you a number later that we can try and work towards.
That'll be great. Thanks, Q.
No
As you were.
problem, Captain.
It's going to take a while to get used to that.
Jesus, you're at this first door here, and it is locked.
I'll pretty sure I have a lockpick set. One set. Or a thieves tool set. Yeah,
there was a window you could look through, and it looks like just an average home. Looks like a person's home.
Okay. I won't break in then. I was gonna see if maybe they had any food that we could take, but I'm not gonna break in. I'm not gonna break into this house.
Nerissa, on the other side, there at that house, you'd be able to like peek into a window, and same thing. Like it looks like it's somebody's home.
I picked the lock anyways.
Okay, the door is at the front here. You managed to pick the lock on a 15.
Cool. I'm just gonna look around, see what they got.
There is a fireplace with a conversational couch. There is a bed with a really nice carpet underneath, and there is a basic toilet.
Do they have any supplies or anything in any drawers?
There are no drawers. It is very sparse and barren here.
I'm gonna leave and lock the door back again behind me.
Okay. Jesus,
And
on the
go
other
to the
side,
next house.
you go to this building here. This building is also, the door is also locked, but this does appear to be like the city's like storage place.
Alright, this one I'm gonna try to pick.
Okay.
Can I offer help or something so he can get advantage?
No, because you guys split off to do separate B&Es.
Yeah, but we're like in buildings next to each other.
I am gonna roll that.
Okay. $19 is enough. You get through this lock, which is a little bit more heavy duty than the other ones. When you open the door and step inside, that you see that there is a separate door with kind of like one of those like like door turns, and it looks like there is a separate lock, like a tougher lock on this door.
Am I able to try to break in through this lock as well?
Sure. This is also the only building up top there that doesn't have windows.
Oof.
10 is not going to do it. This isn't just like trying to pick a lock. Like there's like a combo that you're trying to get as well, and like there's like this dial that you appear to have to turn. Like there's a couple of like components to the authentication.
All right.
Nerissa, looking into the window of this building that you are outside of, once again, it looks like it's a standard home. There's a chimney that you can see through the window. Looks like they have some burnt out candles on like a little pedestal. A couple nice chairs, but it looks pretty sparse. Again, you don't like it. Doesn't look like they have like a drawer there or anything.
Okay, based on not getting anything on my last one or in my last house, I'm gonna move on. I think I would know that like we had like taken the outside houses and moved in towards each other. I'm gonna go check on Jesus before I start looking at the stalls, just so I can be like, hey, did you find anything?
Sure.
So yeah, I'm gonna see that you got into the. Are you still inside or are you outside?
I'm just standing outside the door.
Hey, find anything good? My houses were a bust.
I couldn't get through the second lock of this building, so I couldn't find what was in it. The house beside me just looked like a regular house, so I didn't bother trying.
A second lock. People don't lock buildings twice if there's nothing in them.
Yeah. Do you want to give it a shot?
Yeah, let's see if we can. Let's see what we can do. Are we able to both fit inside?
It's a
Just
tight
barely?
squeeze, but yeah.
Okay. Can I roll thieves' tools with advantage since Jesus is here to help me and
Sure.
has already done a little bit of trial and error?
Yeah. On a 21, you're able to kind of like put your heads together and get the combo as well as like the turning lock, and like you're able to actually break through. This appears to be a storage vault. You find all kinds of different stuff in here. There are crates of things, some labeled, some not. You're seeing that it's various goods. You see that there are bins that are filled with like gold and silver nuggets, like ore. You see that like over here, this appears to be filled with like premium fishing hooks. These over here appear to be various wares. Like it looks like there's like preserved foods, there is meats, there's crates that are just labeled like cheese, and you also see some loose things. What loose things do you see? I'm going to say, roll a d100 for me. Okay. Roll a d6. Okay. 1, 2. Laying on top of one of the crates, but like kind of like strapped to it, you see an axe, a great axe, and you see a macahedal. Macahedal.
Oh, sick. These are cool. I am taking those.
Sure. You just drag them onto your character sheet.
I don't even think they're necessarily great for me, but we need to bring them onto the ship for other people in the team to see.
Brunk or Rosalia might make good use of the ceremonial weapon.
That's what I was thinking. Or that wave cutter sounds really cool.
Yeah,
The great axe.
yeah.
Let's grab whatever other supplies we can. I'm definitely gonna grab more of those fish hooks.
Yeah.
Very gingerly, me and fish hooks don't have a good past, but
You can add them just
Right.
as like a loose loot and just call them premium fish hooks.
I'm gonna grab some of them too.
what did you say? There was just like food supplies in the middle here in the crates?
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Seem-
gonna start just like bringing stuff out to the ship, whatever we think we need. The fish hooks, the food. I'm gonna let Brunk know that there's a bunch of gold and silver, but I don't know if he's gonna want us to take that because I know he's gonna want to be smart about it.
I don't know that we need to be worried about cash or having gold. I'm worried about supplies, for whatever we need for the ship.
Yeah.
So,
And if we have this gold on the ship, Jenny's probably just gonna eat it.
yeah.
She's just going to snack on it. I don't blame her.
Still tempted to pocket a little gold.
And then are you raiding the shops in town as well?
Yeah, I want to look through them and see if there's anything good, like weapons or more building or food supplies.
I mean,
and potions as well. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, like, you... There are plenty of things that you will have access to.
If there's like a smithy shop, I want to look at to see if there's like any weapons we could make use of.
I believe there is.
Is that a tinker shop I'm seeing? I want to check that out too.
Yeah, Jason's Tinker Shop.
Yeah, I want to take a look at that, see if there's any good potential artificer tools or supplies that I could use.
They would have had their shops open. They probably wouldn't have had their shops locked up. So you can easily like step in. You can check their inventory. There's not really going to be much under lock and key. So like anything that you can see that's in their inventory list, you technically have access to.
Awesome.
And I guess, I mean, we can probably end it there. You guys are gonna just basically fucking steal a bunch of shit.
Conscript.
borrowing.
We're conscripting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to war. We're avenging these people.
Yeah. I'm sure that will have no consequences for you whatsoever.
Hey, as long as we bring everything back, it's fine.
And preparing to set for sea, I think that's where we'll call it for tonight. When we pick up next session, we can set sail and head towards Tremala. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. We love every single one of you. We hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a great night.